day, everyone! Today, we invite you to enter our Super Mario world as we explore the code of ethics for professional teachers. Just like Mario has rules and missions to complete each level, teachers also follow a set of principles that guide their actions, decisions, and responsibilities. So let us begin level 1 and discover what makes a teacher truly professional. And now, Super Mario Gamers, let me present to you our groupmates. We have here Priscilla Faith Cortez, Rian Charlotte Perez, Kelsey Queen Bueno, Ronaline Palomar, Nina Jean Atamosa, Suzanne Castro, and yours truly, Lovely Jane Monzaline. And now let's begin. So, the Code of Ethics. The Code of Ethics for professional teachers is a set of rules, principles, and standards that guide how teachers should behave in school, in the community, and even in their personal life. It serves as a moral guide to help teachers act professionally, responsibly, and with integrity. So the code of ethics, it is all about how the teachers or the professionals behave. It shows what is right, what is expected, and how they should treat the people they work with. So now, Super Mario Gamers, let's begin.
Good day, everyone. I'm Zane Castro. My topic is all about Republic Act 7836, Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. Republic Act 7836 is the foundation of the professional teaching system in the Philippines. Before Kaninga law is dilipas strictly regulated in teaching. With the law, teaching became a highly professionalized and regulated career similar to nursing, engineering, and other licensed fields. Significant provisions establishes the licensure examination for teachers or LAT as a requirement for entry into the profession. RA 7836 made the LAT the official gatekeeper to the teaching profession. This means that no one can teach legally in schools within private or public without passing LAT. The government uses LAT to ensure na only those with sufficient knowledge, pedagogical skills, and content mastery became teachers. In short, they are educated. Why is it important? It maintains the quality of teachers and protects learners from unqualified or non-educators. Empowers the Board for Professional Teachers and PRC to regulate and supervise the teaching profession. The Professional Regulation Commission, or PRC, and the Board for Professional Teachers are responsible for issuing professional teacher licenses, enforcing standards, monitoring teacher conduct, handling complaints and ethical violations. They set rules on hiring, promotions, and discipline. Why is it needed? It ensures that teaching remains a disciplined profession with clear rules, expectations, and accountability. Requires the teachers to follow the officially adopted code of ethics for professional teachers, which ensures that teachers act professionally at all times. It guides them to maintain proper boundaries with students, be honest and fair, respect colleagues, and uphold ethical behavior inside and outside the school. Application to the teaching profession. Teachers must maintain professionalism and integrity as guided by the Code of Ethics. Teachers must always show professionalism by dressing properly, speaking respectfully, being patient, treating all students fairly, and avoiding any behavior that could harm the students in any way. Teachers must renew licenses and comply with regulatory policies of PRC. Teachers must regularly renew their PRC license to prove that they still continue learning, stay updated with modern teaching practices, and follow national professional standards. Promotes accountability and protects the integrity of the profession. Accountability promotes the integrity of a profession by fostering public trust, ensuring consistent adherence to ethical standards, and holding individuals responsible for the consequences of their actions within that field. Republic Act 9293 Amendments to RA 7836. This law updates RA 7836 to make the teaching profession more inclusive and flexible, especially for career shifters and returning teachers. Significant provisions allows teachers with expired licenses to renew without retaking the lot under specific conditions. A professional teacher whose license has expired, makarenew gihapon sila by meeting the PRC's Continuing Professional Development or CPD requirements, and they will pay the corresponding fees without needing to retake the let. Recognizes industry experience and technical skills as valid qualifications for technical, vocational, or TechVoc teachers. Professional with strong industry skills can teach TechVoc subjects, even without an education degree as long as they meet the required standards. Expands eligibility for various teaching professions. The law widens the qualification for teaching by recognizing practical experiences and specialized skills to allow more people to enter the teaching profession. Application encourages more qualified individuals to return to teaching. Many teachers leave the profession temporarily for family or work abroad. In RA 9293 makes it easier for former teachers to come back, addressing teacher shortages. Strengthens TechVoc education by enabling professional and skilled workers to teach based on specialization. It strengthens technical vocational education, involves equipping students with practical job ready skills for careers, entrepreneurship, or further education by upgrading the curriculum and training. Provides more flexible opportunities for educator, licensure, and career advancement. The teaching profession provides significant flexibility in career choices, allowing educators to pursue diverse roles both inside and outside the traditional classroom.
Good day, everyone. I am Priscilla Faith D. Cortez, and today I will be discussing two important laws in education: Republic Act 9155 and Republic Act 4670. So, these laws guide how our schools should function and how teachers should be protected. So, I will explain their significance provision and their applications. First, Republic Act of 9155, Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001. So, significant provisions. Introduces school-based management, empowering schools to plan, budget, and make decisions. School-based management. So, RA 9155 introduces school-based management. So, this means that school is given more authority to make decisions like planning, budgeting, and organizing programs based on the needs of learners. Next is defines the rules of school heads, teachers, and staff within the basic education structure. So defines rules of school heads and teachers. So this law also clearly states that responsibilities of school heads, teachers, and staff. It helps create a smooth and organized school system. So the third one it upholds the principle that education must be learner-centered. Learner-centered education. RA 9155 highlights that the learner must always be the focus of education. Teaching should be based on what the student needs to learn. So, to summarize part, RA 9155 improves school management, clarifies clarifies rule in the school, and ensures that education is centered on the learner. So, moving on, application. So, teachers play an active role in decision making, curriculum planning, and school programs. So, teachers help in decision making. So, in practice, teachers are included in school planning and decision making. So, their opinions help improve school programs. Next one is instruction is aligned with learner-centered, inclusive, and competency-based approaches. So learner-centered instruction. Inside the classroom, teachers apply learner-centered, inclusive, and competency-based teaching strategies. Next one is teachers collaborate with administrators, parents, and stakeholders for school improvement. So collaboration with parents and stakeholders. So this law encourages teamwork. Teachers collaborate with principals, parents, and the community to improve the school environment. So, in short, RA 9155 allows teachers to join school decisions, encourages learner-centered teaching, and promotes collaboration with the school community. So moving on to the next Republic Act, Article 4. So Republic Act 4670, Magna Carta for Public School Teachers. So first, significant provisions protect the rights, welfare, and benefits of public school teachers. So protection of teacher rights and welfare. So this law protects the rights of public school teachers. It ensures fair salary, reasonable workload, and security in their job. Next one is provides for free medical care, leave benefits, and reasonable working conditions. Benefits like medical care and leave privilege. So RA 4670 gives teachers access to medical services, rest days, and leave benefits to maintain their health and well-being. Third one is affirms the right to academic freedom. So academic freedom. It allows teachers to teach honestly and creativity without fear, as long as it benefits the learners. So meaning, RA 4670 ensures that teachers are treated fairly, given benefits, and allowed academic freedom. So moving on, application. So ensures teachers have safe, fair, and just working conditions. Safe and fair working conditions. This law makes sure that teachers work in a safe environment and are protected from unfair treatment. Next is encourages better instructional performance due to proper rest and support. So better performance through support. When the teachers are healthy, well rested, and supported, they become more effective in teaching. Last one is supports teachers' professional and personal well-being. So supports teacher well-being and growth. So it provides opportunities for teachers to develop professionally and maintain work-life balance. So to wrap up this part, RA 4670 ensures teachers have safe working conditions, allows them to perform better, and supports their personal and professional growth. So, in conclusion, RA 9155 guides how schools should be managed and ensures that learners are the center of education. Meanwhile, RA 4670 protects teachers, provides benefits, and promotes their growth and well-being. Together, these laws help create a better and more effective education system. So that's all.
Hello everyone. So today we will be discussing about the Republic Act 10533, Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, Key to 12 Law. Okay, the significant professions establishes the Key to 12 curriculum
extending basic education to 13 years. This law added more years to basic education. Kinder plus grade 1 to 12 equals to 13 years. Provides for continuous professional development for teachers. Teachers must keep learning by joining seminars, workshops, and trainings. In the next one, we have implements mother tongue based multilingual education or MTB-MLE from kinder to grade 3. Early grade teachers use the child's mother tongue like Cebuano to help them understand lessons better. And we have here the application. Teachers must adopt and implement the Key to 12 curriculum effectively. So teachers follow the Key to 12 curriculum when planning lessons and activities. Next, we have requires teachers to attend regular trainings, seminars, and workshops. So teachers join IN sets and other trainings to improve their teaching skills. And we have here the child protection laws relevant to teachers. So, Republic Act 7610, Special Protection of Children Against Use, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. The DepEd Child Protection Policy. We have the significant provisions. Protects children from abuse, violence, bullying, discrimination, and exploitation. So the law makes sure children are safe from harm in school and at home. Next is prohibits corporal punishment, humiliation, and degrading treatment. So teachers are not allowed to hit, shout, embarrass, or threaten students. Next is the application. So teachers foster a safe, supportive, and non-violent learning environment. So teachers make classroom a safe and happy place to learn. Next, we have teachers cannot use fear, threats, or physical punishment as discipline. So no spanking, no shouting, no embarrassing a child. Positive discipline strategies and practice. Teachers guide students using kind and respectful discipline. So that will be all to my assigned topic. So all the points we discussed show the teachers must follow the Key to 12 curriculum and protect students from harm. These laws help make learning better and safer for everyone. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I will be reporting the Republic Act 10173 Data Privacy Act of 2012. The Philippine Data Privacy Act of 2012 is a law that protects individual information, personal information in both the government and private sectors by regulating the processing of personal data. It upholds the right to privacy while ensuring the free flow of information, and it created the National Privacy Commission (NPC) to enforce its provisions. Key aspects of the law include establishing principles like transparency, imposing obligations on data controllers and processors, granting data subjects rights such as access and erasure, and setting penalties for non-compliance. The significant provision protects the privacy of students and parents by regulating and the handling of personal and sensitive information. So meaning, ang importanteng information sa student or parents. Example ani is si teacher di siya pwede mag-post og full name or class record sa Facebook kung gisa na siya nga estudyante ha. Next is requires secure management of school records, grades, and digital data. So, ang school need na siyang mag-keep or i-secure ang records like grades or personal information. So, si teacher dapat iya i-store ang class records sa protected folder or Google Drive. Restricts unauthorized sharing of information. So, example, si teacher di siya pwede makasend og LRN or medical records sa lain nga mama or papa ba ana. Let's proceed to application. Teachers must keep student records confidential. So si teacher ni niya i-keep ang records nga confidential, meaning private or secret siya. So, kung si teacher, if naay mahagbong, dili niya i-discuss in front of class kay basin masamot na og kaulaw, instead iya kining istoryahon privately. Next is online teaching platforms and digital submission must protect personal data. So, if naay online classes or naay ipa-submit online, dapat maprotektahan gihapon ang personal data sa learners. So, if ang student mag-submit og activities through Google Classroom, dapat si teacher ang makakita kung kinsay ni-submit. Teacher must obtain consent before sharing photos, videos, or information of learners. So si teacher mo ask jud siya consent before sharing photos, videos, or any personal information. So si teacher before siya mag-post, dapat mo asa siya permission sa parents about unsa iyang i-post. Or okay ba nila i-post ang mga video or photos. So let's proceed to Republic Act 10627 Anti-Bullying Act of 2013. Significant provisions. Requires schools to adopt anti-bullying policies. So, dapat ang school mo adapt siya anti-bullying policies. So, before mag-start ang school year, dapat nanay policies nga na-implement about sa bullying, unsay consequences or punishment once na ay gibully o napoy na bully. Defines bullying behavior. So, dapat ma-define kung unsa man siyang type of bullying behavior. So, natay physical kanang use of physical force. For example, gituklod ang classmate sa bully. Next is verbal bullying, kanang use of words like insult, teasing, or mag-spread of rumors about sa usa ka tawo. So cyberbullying is kanang gibully online using social media platforms. Next is requires reporting, documenting, and investigating bullying cases. So, gi-required ang reporting if na student mo report, and also documentation and investigate bullying cases basin na apay ginabully or but wala siya ni report. So, dapat jud required ang reporting, i-document gyud ang mao nga panghitabo. Let's proceed to application. Teachers identify and address bullying immediately. Once na ini-complain nga gibully siya, dapat i-identify or address jud sa teacher kung kinsa ang nambully o unsa may hinungdan sa bullying. Next is teachers integrate respect, empathy, and kindness into classroom culture. So, dapat si teacher iya jud i-integrate ang respect, empathy, and kindness sa classroom. Pero dili lang sa classroom but also outside the classroom. Next, sa mga bata nga. So, si teacher dapat collaborate siya with parents and guidance para ma-prevent or malikayan ang bullying. And para naapod sila masolusyonan nila or maggama sila lain nga plano about sa maong panghitabo. That's all for my part.
Good day, everyone. This is Ryan Charlotte Perez reporting on Article 4, Section 1, the teacher and the profession. So, for the first one, we have Article 1, Section 1. The Philippines Constitution provides that all educational institutions shall offer quality education for all Filipino citizens. A vision that requires professionally competent teachers committed to its full realization. The provisions of this code shall apply, therefore, to all teachers in all schools in the Philippines. So, Article 1, Section 1 states that Constitution of the Philippines shall provide all educational institutions to offer quality education for all Filipino citizens. That this vision requires professionally competent teachers who are committed to their full realization. The provision of this code shall apply therefore to all the teachers in all schools in the Philippines, may it be public or private. So, for example, I have here a grade 3 teacher in a public school makes sure her lessons are well prepared, uses teaching methods that help students understand better, and attends trainings to improve her skills. A private school teacher does the same because both of them are expected to provide quality education to all Filipino learners. Since the Constitution requires all schools to offer quality education, all teachers, whether in public, private schools, like I said, must follow the same code of ethics to ensure they are professionally competent and committed to giving students the best learning experience. So it states here that all the teacher, may it be public or private, is expected to be professionally competent towards their field of study. That's all. And then the next one is we have Article 2, Section 2. Every teacher or school official shall actively help carry out the declared policies of the state and shall take an oath to this effect. So, for example, I have a teacher attends a school meeting where new guidelines about promoting child safety and maintaining a respectful learning environment are discussed. After understanding these guidelines, the teacher signs an oath of office agreeing to follow the policies of the Department of Education. In class, the teacher actively supports these policies by ensuring a safe classroom, reporting any incident properly, and guiding students to follow school rules. So, Article 2, Section 2 claims that every teacher or school official will actively help carry out the new declared policies of the state, and they shall take an oath for this effect. So, as the stated example, the teacher will attend a school meeting where the new guidelines about promoting child safety or any other new guidelines will be discussed. And then, after understanding the guidelines, the teacher shall sign an oath of office agreeing to follow the policies of the Department of Education. While in class, the teacher who took an oath will actively support the policies by ensuring her or his classroom is safe. If any incident is to occur, the teacher shall report the incident properly and will guide the students to follow the new school rules.
Then we have Article 3, Section 2. Every teacher shall provide leadership and initiative to actively participate in community movements for moral, social, educational, economic, and civic betterment. So we have an example. A teacher notices that many families in the community struggle with reading support at home. She volunteers to lead a weekend community reading program at the barangay hall. She works with other parents, local officials, and other volunteers to help children improve their reading skills. She also joins barangay cleanup drives and encourages her students to participate. So, in Article 3, Section 2, every teacher or all teacher will provide leadership and initiative to actively participate in any community movements for either moral, social, educational, or economic and civic betterment. So for that, if a teacher notices that many families in the community struggle with reading, the teacher will take the stand and will willingly volunteer to lead a weekend community reading program at any barangay hall. She will work with other parents, any local official, or other volunteers to help children improve their reading skills. She also joins barangay cleanup drives and encourages her students to participate. That's all. That's all for my part. Thank you.
So moving on to Article 4, Section 1. So the teacher and the profession. So by the way, there are, or for the information of all, there are 13 code of ethics for professional teachers, but we only choose 9 out of 13 kay sobra kadaghan ra sad siya. Okay. So Article 4, Section 1. And by the way, every article has lain-lain or daghan na section, but we only choose one section each article. So, okay. Article 4, Section 1. So, the teacher and the profession. Section 1. Every teacher shall actively help ensure that teaching is the noblest profession and shall manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in teaching as a noble calling. Okay, so in this part sa Article 4, Section 1, the teacher and the profession, kay nagistorya diri or gistate sa Section 1 nga the teacher must unsa man dili or not only following the curriculum given. Okay? So sa diri nga part is ang teacher is not only focusing on the flow of the kaning iyahang topic. Okay? So I will be giving you an example for this. Okay, Miss Reyes, a high school science teacher, doesn't just teach the required curriculum. So as what I've said, mao to siya. She establishes an after-school STEAM club to spark deeper interest in her students. So one of example for this, okay, so i-base lang nako nga example ha. So one example for this is, diba, during our elementary days or even high school or in senior high school, diba, our school conducted exhibits or clubs inside our school in Anasiya. And then, so there is example mo na siya, si Miss Reyes ko no is doesn't just teach the required curriculum. So mo to kong giingon na dili lang mag-focus ang teacher sa curriculum, but nagkanang kuan sila kaning naa sila gihimo nga kanang lain bitaw nga kanang murag way to kuan sa students nga mas mapukaw ilang interest na nga butang ina na siya. So one example for that katong giingon nga sa eskwelahan nga magkuan og exhibit ang teachers, di ba, inana. And sa akong nahinumduman during our elementary days, kung familiar mo kaning science exhibit, di ba, na siya. So, I was grade 3 at that time. Siguro nga makakuyog mi sa mura siyag ma-field trip kumbaga, no. Kay mo adto man mi og lain nga lugar. Mo lusad mi sa Danau. It's because bukid man to mo sa mga lusad mi. And then sa civic center na sila ang school ana na ay no not ang school. Ang school ba? I'm not really sure. Kinakalimot na ko ana. Pero naigiandam ana sa civic center na mga activities in relation to science, like mga exhibits, unsay gipangbuhat na inana, kanang mga experiments and everything inana dito ang buhatan na sa civic center. And then mao na siya magbuhat og ginana, tapos nami kanang pirmahan ana nga parents consent. And if I'm not mistaken, murag naigi-provide ang school nga transportation ana padung ubos, or pwede ra magkanang kuan pod pahatod ra ka sa mong papa or magpliti ba ina na siya. And then mao to siya. And after that, maabot na mo sa kuan venue nga to sa civic center, mag-abot na ang lain-lain nga school ana sa science exhibit. Mag-abot ang pero within ana rasad na ay tagalin-lain nga division siya actually nga mag-abot ana nga exhibit nya adto kay makita nimo nga daghan klase-klase sa experiments, as in like kanang magkuan sila og kanang screen like LCD siya nga type nya ang video nga ipakita ni while magtan-aw na sila ihatag nga glasses, kanang DIY nga glasses nga ang color sa lens niya not actually a lens jud pero kanang DIY ra siya. So ang gamit nila as lens is kanang kanang iputos bitaw nga wrapper sa kaning unsay nga nani kanang yema man siguro na wala ko nasayop nga makaon. And ang color is red o blue kung ako nasayop. Okay. And then while magtan-aw ka sa video, very interesting kaayo kay nga naman kanang makuan bitaw nimo nga very realistic ay kay kanang for example na ay malabak nga bato or unsa bakha sa salida kay kanang mura sa gagmulihay kay mura kag maigo. So inana siya. So mao ni siya ang teacher and profession. Mao to sa akong kuan nga example. So yes, dili lang mag-focus si teacher sa curriculum nga gihatag or gi-provide sa for example sa DepEd na sa di ra sa mag-focus, kundi kanang naapoy himuon nga another type of activity or club, like for example club sa school, di ba, daghan kay na arts club inana. So sa diha nga part manggod kay mas mapukaw ang interest sa imong students, no, kay magbuhat man sila og activity. So the second one is the Article 5 Section 1 among gipili. And mao ni siya ang the teacher and the teaching. Unsa man na siya? So Section 4, a teacher shall hold inviolate all confidential information concerning associates in the school and shall not divulge to anyone documents which have not yet been officially released or remove records from the files without official permission. So okay, as you as a teacher, di ba, the teaching career or profession is considered as unsa man kanang makuan bitaw nato nga very kuan kay siya kaning disiplinado kaayo nga profession nga naman pareha bitaw ng dili ka pwede mag-post o kanang mga pictures in sa Facebook nga kanang kuan ka, nagbikini ka, especially if you're handling students, okay? Nga siya. And sa diri nga part is dapat you as a teacher dili ka magpagawas og information. It's either personal life ba na or sa school jud mismo, okay? So ina na siya. Ikaw as a teacher, you act accordingly. From the word itself, code of ethics. So part ni siya nga imuhang i-portray in public kung unsa ka. Okay? And this is not only applicable inside the school. Applicable sa siya sa gawas, like dili ka magkuan og information, magpakatag or whatever ina na siya. And I will be giving you an example. Okay, so a parent asks Miss Torres if the rumor is true. She simply says, I don't discuss private matters about my colleagues. She keeps the information private and doesn't confirm or deny anything. So, kani as a good example, kini akong gipakita dire. No? Kay si Miss Torres, kay baw siya nga, yes, na gidungog nga chismis sa ihang co-workers na siya, and then ni ask nga parent niya ni approach if tinuod ba to nga rumor, and then Miss Torres is wala siya ning confirm and also wala sad siya ni deny ni nana kay sa inani mo gud nga part, if it's not your story, so you won't dili nimo isulti sa lain, no? Okay, it's not your story to tell in the first place, okay? Let that person nga na ay chismis ana nga musulti or mo confirm ina na siya. Okay, so much for that. So the next article will be Article 9, Section 1, the teacher and the parents. So a teacher shall establish and maintain cardinal relations with the parents and shall conduct himself to merit their confidence and respect. So as a teacher, no, you must unsa man, aside from building strong relationship with your students, dapat apilon pud nimo ang parents. Kay nga naman para sa namoy kanang kuan, kanang relationship, strong relationship with the parent naman, with the parent. Okay, example for that is this. Okay, Mr. Lee is a middle school teacher who makes a special effort to work well with parents. So, importante kay ni siya kay ikaw as a person or as a teacher, diha man makita sa parents kung kanang as a kuan bitaw, the way ka mo act nila is diha sa nila makuan kung kanang okay ba ka nga pagka-teacher sa ilahang students, dili ba ka kanang salbahis, ina na siya nga type. Okay, importante gid kay siya actually kay kanang kuan man basta gamit jud kay na siya. Mao to siya ang Article 5, the teacher and the teaching community. Ang Article unsa ni siya 9 is the teacher and the parents. And Article 4DI is katong the teacher and the profession. Okay. Thank you and hope you learned something for the day. Okay.
Alright, here we go again, Super Mario Gamers. I am Super Lovine. Right now I'm going to discuss the Article 10, Section 2, the teacher and business. So the section 2 states here, a teacher shall maintain a good reputation with respect to financial matters such as in the settlement of his just debts, loans, and other financial affairs. So in this section, a teacher should be responsible with money. They must pay their debts on time, avoid borrowing without the intention of paying, and handle their finances honestly. Because people see teachers as role models, so they must show integrity even in financial matters. So I have here two examples, a good and a bad example. So a good example, a teacher who borrowed money from a lending company pays on time and communicates properly when there are delays. However, the bad example is a teacher who keeps avoiding collectors or refuses to pay debts, causing shame to the school and profession. So, in this section, the teachers teach values not only through the lessons but also through their actions, because being financially responsible shows honesty and a good character. So again, the Article 10, Section 2, the teacher and business, it is all about the teacher maintaining a good reputation in financial matters. All right, next we have Article 11, Section 1, the teacher as a person. So, Section 1 states here that a teacher shall live with dignity in all places at all times. So, teachers must behave respectfully and professionally everywhere, not just in school, even outside the classroom. They should act in a way that maintains their self respect and the respect of others. Because you know that their actions must reflect good morals because they represent the profession. So they must maintain a good behavior at all times. So I have here again the good and a bad example. So, good example, a teacher who behaves politely in public places, avoids scandals, and treats others kindly. While the bad example, a teacher who gets drunk in public, causes trouble, or posts inappropriate behavior online. So, in these section, the people look up to teachers. So their behavior affects how the community views the teaching profession. So it's a very important that the teacher possess good character so that he or she can build trust and respect to other people. Again, in Article 11, Section 1, the teacher as a person, it is all about the teacher carrying his or her dignity in all places. She or he must respect herself and must respect their professions. So they must behave well. All right. The last one, the Article 12, Section 1. Article 12, Section 1, the disciplinary action. So, disciplinary action. Any violation of any provision of this code shall be sufficient ground for the imposition against the erring teacher of disciplinary action, consisting of revocation of his certificate of registration and license as professional teacher, suspension from the practice of the teaching profession, reprimand or cancellation of his temporary or special permit under causes specified in Section 23, Article 3, or RA number 7836, and under Rule 31, Article 8 of the rules and the regulations implementing RA number 7836. So in this section, any violations of the Code of Ethics can lead to disciplinary actions such as revoking the teacher's license, suspension of their profession, reprimand, or the cancellation of permits. So when a teacher breaks any rule in code of ethics, there are consequences. And these consequences exist so that, to maintain professionalism and also to protect the students. Depending on how serious the violation is, the teacher may be warned, suspended, or even lose their teaching license. So I have here three examples. Number one, the minor violation. In minor violation, a teacher is late often, so the teacher may receive a verbal or written reprimand because it is just a minor violation. So he or she will only receive a verbal or written reprimand. And then the second one, the serious violation. A teacher commits harassment, corruption, or fraud. So in this way, they may face suspension or have their license revoked because it is a serious violation. And then the last one, the very serious violation. A teacher involved in abuse or criminal acts may permanently lose the right to teach. So, because their violation is very, very serious, they did not have a chance to teach. They lose the right to teach. So, this code ensures that only teachers who uphold integrity and professionalism can continue practicing. The ones who did not follow the codes or the code of ethics may face serious or minor violations. Okay, so I hope that you learned something in my topic. So, the code of ethics is important because it guides the teachers in making responsible, fair, and professional decisions that protect learners' well being. It also helps maintain trust, integrity, and respect in the teaching profession. So, as a future teacher, we commit to serving our students with honesty, patience, and compassion at all times. We will also uphold professional integrity and continue growing to provide a safe, respectful, and learner centered classroom. Alright, so Super Mario Gamers, you have unlocked the level of professional awareness where you now understand the responsibilities, ethical standards, and moral expectations that guide every teacher in the profession. So, this level marks the beginning of your journey toward becoming a committed, ethical, and learner centered educator who upholds the values of the teaching profession. So I hope that you learned something in our report. Thank you so much for listening and have a great morning.